have a special presentation we would like to make today. And I would like to introduce from the Automobile Club of Southern California, Mr. David Grayson, who is the Director of Engineering and Technical Services. He has a presentation for the City of Thousand Oaks. He's got those 5 little stars, I think, that we're going to put next to the hotel. No. Any hotel, any hotel. Mr. Grayson.
Thank you, Tony. Mayor. Really a pleasure to again congratulate the City of Thousand Oaks for being the recipient in 1990 of the Grand Award for Pedestrian Safety. AAA recognizes 3 cities in this way each year, and the other 2 are in different classes. This one is for the class of cities in the range of population from 50,000 to 500,000. It is a major award, one which the city has received on 2 previous occasions, in 1981 and in 1983. Some details about it: AAA has been involved in this campaign to reduce pedestrian fatalities and injuries for over 50 years. In 1940, more than 15,000 Americans, pedestrians, died on the road. That number was reduced in 1990 to just over 6,000. If you put that on a rate basis with population adjustment, you can see that the efforts of many cities across the nation, police departments, traffic engineers, educators, and each of you have made this possible. It is an award that cannot stop just with recognition, but it's one which we really sincerely want to thank you all, and it's a pleasure for me to present this to you, Mayor, if you'd step up and accept, and I would show it to all of you.
Well, I accept this on behalf of all of you and the citizens of the community who have made this this kind of an award possible.
How's that? The safest city on 2 different counts. That's pretty good. This is the easiest part of my afternoon, is to take a couple of minutes and tell you all about our fine mayor. Frank Schillo has served the City of Thousand Oaks on its council since his election in 1984. He served as mayor twice, in 1986 and 87, and beginning again in 1990. Currently, as mayor, he serves on numerous committees, which include the Conejo Open Space Conservation Agency, the Conejo Substance Abuse Prevention Authority, the Jungle Land Council Committee, and Civic Arts Plaza. Additionally, Frank is committee chairman to housing issues, finance, library issues, intergovernmental redevelopment issues, social service issues, Alliance for the Arts, transportation issues, and solid waste issues committees. Frank's spare time is spent at Schillo Financial Corporation, of which he is the owner, and where he is consultant to closely held corporations providing total financial planning, pension and profit sharing administration. His education includes a Bachelor of Science from the University of Notre Dame, an MBA from the University of Dayton. He served in the U.S. Army Signal Corps in the United States and in Europe. He's a member of a good many professional organizations. He's active in several charitable organizations, including MANA, where he is past president, and Many Mansions, where he is past president and founder. It gives me personally great pleasure to introduce our mayor, Frank Schillo.
Thank you very much, Tony. I'd like to first start to greet all the citizens of Thousand Oaks, as well as those present here at the Chamber of Commerce luncheon, and express my appreciation for making this a wonderful city and a wonderful place to live. It's the citizens of this community who demand excellence in anything that's done in this city. Many of you have moved here from other communities. Some of those communities that you moved from lacked Thousand Oaks potential. Thus, many of you who came from these communities do not want to see any of Thousand Oaks' opportunities for innovation or excellence spoiled. The state of the city is something that's unfolding each day in Thousand Oaks. It's building on a great foundation, searching for new ways to overcome problems with creative and unique solutions. We are a young city, only 27 years old. Our city is making its mark in the state of California. California is a leading state in the Union, and we are a leading city in our state. Recently, I attended the League of California Cities annual convention in San Francisco, where elected officials from 450 cities across the state attended. Many know the city of Thousand Oaks, and all have heard good things about our community. I even had one official from another community come up to me and ask about our speed bump program. I don't know if that's good or not, but we have fame in different ways. Last year, in my inaugural speech, I emphasized the leadership role of the City Council in our community, a community deeply interested in making ours the best community possible for the benefit and future of our citizens. We as leaders have the significant task of weaving the fabric and creating the tapestry of a self-sufficient community, a place where we can work, live, play, worship, be educated, and reach our dreams. Incorporated in 1964, we are just beginning to mature as a city. Because of good planning, we have completed our capital program to provide the main library and our Newbury Park Library, an East Valley Police Station, a expanded Hill Canyon waste treatment plant, a teen center, a senior center, and a civic arts plaza. Now we are at a point where we can start to enjoy these facilities and work toward providing additional opportunities for each citizen's fulfillment right here. Thousand Oaks will continue to be known as a quality place to live. As mayor, over the last year, I can recite a number of significant accomplishments as well as the beginnings of several essential programs. In my inaugural speech, I listed the areas in which I was going to concentrate, and I would like to report to you the progress on those key programs. Coneo's Substance Abuse Prevention Authority, which is known as CSAPA, is a joint powers authority between the city, the county, the school district, and the park district. CSAPA has continued to provide a number of quality community programs aimed at preventing substance abuse and related activities among Thousand Oaks youth. CSAPA is again sponsoring the local Red Ribbon campaign. Its kickoff took place on Saturday and continues through this week, and I see a number of people here have the red ribbons on. The second annual Parenting Fair will be held at Colinas Elementary School on Saturday, November 2nd, and features 40 workshops in parenting skills and other valuable topics of discussion. CSAPA continues to offer a parenting skills workshop for employees of local businesses right on the site, and is developing a special program, Adventures in Building Life Experiences, called ABLE, for youth at risk of gang involvement. Even though I'm chairman of this organization, I'm very proud of this dedicated group of citizens and mental health professionals that give freely of their time to benefit the youth of our city. Another key program is the Forestry Master Plan, which addresses the trees in our streets to make sure that we have beautiful streets and roads in our community. We have a list of things that have happened over the last year having to do with this. Number one, we've established a citizen-manned tree advisory board. We've received a state grant in the amount of $150,000 to plant trees community-wide. The city programs to plant drought-resistant trees and landscaping was implemented. The Los Robles trails made accessibility for the handicapped. And soon, this forestry master plan will be included as one of the elements of our general plan. 2 national awards for our forestry master plan will be presented to the city in November. Our forestry master plan is part of our effort to protect our environment. And as you may recall, last year I declared this decade the decade of the environment. Many other issues have been addressed in this area. The council recently adopted a curbside recycling program which will start citywide next month. Every single home in our city, 35,000 homes, will be served on this city recycling program. We also have recycling programs for Christmas trees, phone books, office programs. We have a videotape on office programs, and oil collection. And we recently utilized 170,000 used auto tires to produce asphalt for our city streets. That's a good way to return the tires to the streets. Our water conservation program is successfully in place, and we have you, the citizens, to thank for that. We're setting conservation records in our city. We have reduced consumption 25%, which is outstanding. Mayor Pro Tem Bob Lewis and Councilmember Judy Lazar and myself are now composting in our backyards. So we're taking a leadership role there. We hope that you will too. So this is truly the beginning of the decade of environment in our city. Another key program is the library program in our city. The Newbury Park Library was completed. It's open and serving the area residents who have long held this to be a very high goal. We have taken a lot of heat because of the $55 library fee for non-residents, but it's because we have provided just what the public wants, an excellent library system for citizens who are big on reading. The next area is the Civic Arts Plaza. Many of you enjoyed the recent groundbreaking ceremonies. If you weren't there, you missed an historic day. It was a great success, and the people of the community, the arts groups of the community, resoundingly support this important project. In the next few months, additional grading and construction will begin on the site. The project is underway, and it's an ideal time to begin. We will be providing sorely needed jobs, and because of the economy, we will be able to bid the project at a low cost. Another key area is affordable housing. Recommendations of a citizens committee have been accepted and acted upon by the city council. Most significantly, we sold mortgage revenue bonds providing $31 million for low-cost mortgages. This first-time buyer program for citizens, people who live and work in our community, is designed to help our sons and daughters who need a boost to get started in real estate, in the real estate market. Also, we are putting the final touches on our down payment assistance program, which will provide shared appreciation loans to help first-time buyers purchase existing homes in the city. This should help the real estate market in our city. This year, we have approved our first affordable ownership model neighborhood area project, 91 units. Construction will commence this year, and our housing rehabilitation program will continue at full strength, conserving our housing stock. We have rehabilitated over 80 homes to date. Hopefully, this will guarantee that all of our housing will be up to code. This year, the city has also overhauled our housing assistance policies, which fund organizations which provide direct assistance to local citizens in need. I would like to thank our local banks for their cooperation also. Councilmember Lazar and I have met with representatives of 20 banks to discuss how they could benefit our community through the Community Reinvestment Act. Thank you, Tony. Another key area is intergovernmental relations. I recently chaired a steering committee of city and county officials reviewing the establishment of a regional council of governments. The steering committee's work has been approved by the Association of Ventura County Cities, that's the 10 cities in our county, and the Board of Supervisors. The goal is to have a council of governments established by year end. The council will also include our neighboring cities of Westlake Village and Agora Hills and help guarantee that local decisions are made by local government and not by someone sitting in Sacramento. Believe me, it was a very difficult thing to take what is normally a natural boundary of a county and include two cities who are not in the county and LA County, and include them all together with 10 cities from Ventura County and 2 from LA County to become part of a regional governance area. But Westlake Village and Agora Hills are extremely important to the city of Thousand Oaks as a planning area. Another key program is to get information to the public. For me personally, was the Citizens Exchange, which is a program that's been authorized by the City Council. It's produced by myself to get information about local government out to the citizens, and at the same time get input from citizens about what their concerns are about local government. We had several programs this year. One was known as the Goals of the City. The second one was, are we going to have enough water? This was earlier on in the year. Another was on regional governance. And the last one was on the Civic Arts Plaza. The always important key area of traffic and transportation improvements. We have improved our bus system and expanded subsidized taxi service for seniors and the disabled. In the area of traffic management, we are dedicated to keeping the level of traffic at all of our city intersections at a normal level C. We are also looking into the needs of bicyclists in our community, not forgetting them. And the Citizens Traffic Committee had a public hearing just this last week to take input from bicycle groups to find out what their needs are before any decisions are made in that area. On crime prevention, we've taken a proactive role in the suppression of gang activities. We've taken a lot of the bad guys off the street in the last 5 months. We've established a crime prevention task force and a neighborhood watch. We've seen a reduction in injury and non-injury accident rates, and we still have one of the lowest crime rates in the country. A relatively new concept here is the unified community concept. It's not new altogether, but this concept underscores the fact that we're all in this together. The Park District, the School District, and the adjacent cities. As this larger community, we have accomplished a number of significant projects and tackled some important issues, such as an example would be the Senior Adult Center, which was completed this past June and has been greeted with tremendous use by the Conejo Valley adult population. By the way, you only have to be 50 to make use of the center. That doesn't mean you're a senior necessarily. Some people are sensitive about that. The center offers one of the widest variety of programs and activities of its kind. The city built the building, and it is being administered by the Conejo Recreation and Park District. That's cooperation. Another issue, the community worked industriously to continue to fund a second DARE officer, and the school district provided assistance in that effort, along with some very involved citizens. Another area is we have worked with Westlake Village and Agora Hills on recycling and the library program, and with Simi Valley and Moore Park on landfill issues. Another important area is community development, which I call community betterment. The achievements are many. Well, first of all, we adopted a ridgeline and open space ordinance this past year. We enjoyed significant economic development with the location of Baxter Healthcare in our community in the MGM area. That's going to provide 565 employees and a 400,000 square foot building in that area. We have worked with and are working with Circuit City to bring them to the community, as well as an expansion of the Sears department store, and working with Amgen. We've added there 280,000 square feet of industrial space, and will be providing over 1,600 jobs for employees. We've added 3 new auto dealers to the Thousand Oaks Auto Center. For those who haven't heard, this is the largest auto center in the world. It has 38 license plates represented in that one area, so we're very proud of that. We've adopted new code enforcement ordinances which address both noise and public nuisance. Also, after extensive work, we adopted a freeway corridor design guideline. This will guarantee that the terrain around the freeway will be pleasing to the eye. On the city organizational improvements, the city successfully concluded negotiations with its employees group. We balanced our budget in this very difficult recessionary time and adopted a new purchasing ordinance. I met with a committee of the Board of Realtors, Fred Preby and Mary Hall and Emily Ireland, who are here today. We met with our Building and Safety Director, Barry Brannigan, and we've come up with a streamlined residential resale program. That's for those who aren't familiar with what that is. When you bought your house and you had a city inspection, that's what it is. And so we can be sure that each time a home is sold in our city, that it is up to code when the new buyer takes it over. Also, as I had done the last time I was mayor, on November 13th and 14th, I've set aside those 2 days to have a walkthrough of all the city facilities to thank individually each member of the city staff and the city employees for their cooperation and their service to the community. A year ago, I stated that each council member has strong responsibilities and accountability to the citizenry. During this last year, we have heard a lot about people being angry with government. A lot of people in our city are worried about the economy, the banks, the insurance companies, and, more specifically, their jobs. They see federal and state legislators increasing taxes and allowing unbalanced budgets to continue. I ask you to be thoughtful about which government you're angry with. You elected the present city council with the certainty that we would be responsive to you and that we would be fiscally sound and present only a balanced budget. You know that the city does not have taxing authority, as the state would have taxing authority for levying sales tax and income tax, and the federal government levying so many taxes I really can't go into today. But your city government is the only one in the so-called tax chain that balances the budget by cutting expenses and not raising taxes. In fact, earlier this year, the state could not balance their budget, so legislators reached down and took money from you, from our budget right here in Thousand Oaks, in the middle of our budget year. We had to reduce some services, cut expenses in all departments right across the board. And we had to lay off some employees. We thought that originally that it would be 35 employees, but the way we were able to work it out with attrition and so on, it was down to only 8. This is the worst kind of double taxation that can be inflicted on the public. Distant governments increase taxes and force city government to reduce services and expenses to you. And I urge you to join with me in lobbying our federal and state legislatures concerning the extra burden that we have to bear, particularly on AB 2557. Another difference in city government as compared to state and federal government is that you can have direct communication with your council members. You can call me at home, you can call me at the office, you can call me at the city, and you do. You can come to city council meetings on Tuesday nights and be face-to-face with your representatives. Or you can watch the council meetings on television and write your concerns. All are opportunities for local citizen input. And I can assure you that input is not always positive. People are most willing to let me know when they have a concern. After weekend events that I would attend, I call City Hall each Monday morning to let relevant departments know about concerns of individuals who spoke to me during the weekend. The follow-up is conducted quickly. Additionally, I have kept a record of the time that I've spent as your mayor since last November, and it averages 30 hours a week in citizen meetings, council meetings, and public functions. And last night, if you stayed up and watched, it went to 1:30. That was a 7-hour meeting. But it's important that all council members are accessible to the public. I'm not discouraged with our system of government because of any negatives I might have mentioned earlier having to do with the state and federal government. But I am confident that on the city council level, democracy does work. This is where you and I can be most effective. Yes, the citizen prove this to me every day. I don't believe there is another city in this state that has as large a percent of its citizens who care about their government, who give their input, who initiate activities that help this community as a whole, and who are willing to give their time to help make decisions for the city. Witness the number of people we have volunteering for citizens committees. All city council members are well informed about your wishes and your desires. This is why we are charged with establishing goals and visions of this community's future. We must be in control of our own destiny right here in Thousand Oaks. We must provide jobs and opportunities for our citizens. Presently, 55% of the individuals who live in the city of Thousand Oaks work in the city of Thousand Oaks in the Conejo Valley. 68% of the citizens who live here work in Ventura County. This is good news. This is great news for us that we're able to have that opportunity to work and live here in our community. We will be faced with many challenges in the future, but we must pull together. We must ensure that Thousand Oaks will always be a place to live, a great place to live. We are currently implementing programs and addressing issues to ensure that goal. Some of them, as an example, meeting now with Charter Hospital, the Board of Realtors, and the Boy Scouts to establish a neighborhood watch in every single neighborhood in this community. I am not going to let this go. We had earlier this year a shooting in our community, and I realize what happens. People get very upset about things like that, and they should be. And then what happens 2 or 3 months later, people forget about it. We cannot forget about that. We must preserve our community, our neighborhoods, and the very simplest way to do that is to be part of a neighborhood watch program. It's very simple. You call the police department and say you want to have a neighborhood watch in your community. The police will come out and put on a program for you, and all you have to do is be observant in your own neighborhood, and if you see something out of sorts, all you have to do is pick up the phone. It's as simple as that. And sometimes it's as simple as keeping your garage doors closed, because a lot of times a crime means that someone stole your son's bike. And the reason your son's bike was stolen is because it was sitting out in the driveway, or it was sitting in front of the garage and the garage door was open. Really simple. We have to think about this. We have to think about it every day to keep our record of being the lowest city for crime in our state. In the country. Also, we are working with the school district and park district to determine the needs for sports facilities for our young people in our community. Many sports groups are calling for better facilities and playing fields. I'd like to see us help the youth in this community, and we will ask every single sports group in the city what they see as their needs before we make any decisions. But this is a beginning. This is a beginning to provide those kind of facilities sometime in the near future. We are working toward a City Beautiful contest to enhance the pride in our neighborhood as a very positive step. People who do a good job at keeping their homes looking great should be recognized. There are many ongoing programs that will be adjusted to address changing needs in our community. As far as the Chamber of Commerce is concerned, since this was sponsored by the Chamber, I encourage the Board of Directors to concentrate on the big picture and share the vision of the city, rather than get caught in the rhetoric of we're business and you're government, and thus we're natural enemies. I don't believe this, and I don't believe that you do either. We're taking a leadership role here, and we ask the Chamber to join with us in bringing business to our community. We're advertising in this magazine, as an example, which is called, I'm not promoting this magazine, but we advertise in this magazine called Corporate Relocation. And I just found out that we received a call back from this organization saying that they never received so many responses from our ad in this paper, in this magazine. They've received 71 responses from corporations about our city. That's more than they've had for any other advertiser in the same publication. We have something to say. We need to say it. I look forward to working with all of you in the future. On behalf of Mayor Pro Tem Lewis, Council Members Fury, Lazar, and Zena, I ask all Thousand Oaks citizens to share their concerns and their visions so that together we may make the informed decisions and keep this an outstanding city and a great place to live.